Okay, Vortex. So I was attempting to talk about something and, oh. I'm not on the internet. If I can avoid it. And the reason why I'm not on the internet, if I can avoid it, is because the internet is not a good place. And unfortunately, it's the place where everybody chooses to congregate. It's the place where everybody chooses to spend the majority of their day, which is so strange to me. Because, you know, I was an alcoholic. For those of you who don't know, I've been sober from alcohol for 12 years. But when I was a drunk, you know, I made a lot of bad decisions. But I still got drunk, and I was still, you know, somewhat convinced that it was fun. Right? My body is powerful and knows how to heal itself. Exactly! Exactly! Maybe I should go there. What is that place? The healing place. Holy shit! We really should focus on our driving, right? Just to let you guys know how much of a lie everything truly is. You see this right here? Right here, right over here. This area in particular, okay? That little grassy knoll used to be a Domino's. I worked at that Domino's. I got fired because I hated my job, and I made it obvious that I hated my job. And I was also in a shitty relationship, and so I was always crying and just terrible. Well, that grassy knoll is now known as Civil War Memorial Area, okay? There was formerly a Domino's there, okay? So, everything's bullshit. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. They had no problem using what they supposedly called Civil War Memorial Area to put their little corporate conglomerate pizza joint. So, I mean, you understand what I'm saying? That it's just, there's no preservation, okay? So whatever preservation they want you to think is there is not really there. Because at any given point, they can just switch it all up and say, no, we're not preserving this anymore. This doesn't matter to us anymore, okay? So that's the issue I have with a lot of these patriots that want to act like, oh, our history is so important. Yeah, the history that they tell us in the fucking McGraw-Hill textbook. I mean, it's obviously propaganda. And it's crazy to me that people can't see that. And I actually don't hate America. I hate the fact that people love America. Like, I don't understand why people love America. I just think that's dumb. Like, it's like, I get that it's part of your heritage, it's part of who you think you are and all that. So, for that reason alone, why wouldn't you have some sort of admiration or appreciation for it? I get all that. Thank you for the turn signal. We appreciate it. Fusion. But yeah, I get it. But if the country continues to prove that it hates its citizens and it's willing to poison its citizens or burn them alive, you know, in the case of 9/11, I would say that, yeah, that's not a country that we should be supporting. That's not a country that we should pay reference to and hold our hands over our hearts and pledge allegiance to that shit. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. And another point I'd like to make about the American flag, I highly doubt that other countries are, like, wearing their flag on articles of clothing. You know, much like people use the cross as some sort of fashion accessory, you have the cross on necklaces and earrings. People have it tattooed on them sometimes and they're not even a Christian. So, anything that's a symbol can be misused and misconstrued and used for propaganda purposes, all right? So, That's not where I wear, blah, blah, blah. That's not why I wear my cross. That's not why I have all this stuff, okay? It's a symbol that means a lot to me. And so people that use that as a fashion accessory, but they don't have any appreciation or understanding of it, like, yeah, I have a problem with that. And I'm not even a patriot, so for me saying that, yeah, people wearing the American flag on a pair of swim trunks, or people like, as I've seen, so many people came into Steak and Shake, that's where I work, so many people came into Steak and Shake around July 4th, and were just wearing the American flag all over them. And it's just disgusting, man. Like, that does not pay homage to your ancestors, dude. Paying homage to your ancestors would be living the most free, liberated life possible, you know? And it's like everybody's such a sheep, so I don't really understand what they have to be patriotic about, because it's not as if they're living up to whatever freedom and liberty they think exists in this fucking country, dude. Shit. Anyway. Hi, Vortex. I don't mean to be mean, but I feel like it's a fair criticism. And it's not just the phones either. Like I've said, the phones are just an extension of what's wrong with us. Not just as Americans, but as society as a whole, as human beings. I don't see much humanity. I just don't. I think this place has been pretty off for a long time. But people don't seem to mind as long as they can just ignore it, because they have distraction after distraction after distraction. That's why all the distractions that we have are constantly pushing LGBT propaganda. It's why the distractions that we have are constantly pushing hate yourself if you're white, hate yourself if you're white, hate yourself if you're white propaganda, okay? They want to prove that we should have never been supporting that system regardless. Like, this is corporate socialism, essentially. Okay? There's so much socialism in this. I don't know why people are like, socialism's coming! Socialism's been here, you stupid fuck. You haven't been paying any attention, like I said, because you don't want to. Why are we slowing down here? This is a fucking green light. It's a green light. I know it's a green light. You're in the wrong lane, baby. You need to get out of this lane. You can't keep complaining and then stay in the same lane. Yeah, you're right. There's no point now. I guess this slowpoke decided to speed the fuck up. No, there are more cars in this lane. That's what's going on, Amy. Oh, shit. Dude, it is so hot. Do you see the sweat? Do you see the sweat? There's sweat over here. You see it? It's okay if you don't. I promise it's there. I promise it's there.